What is up, Pyromaniacs? Stasis here. We're back in the world of Beyond Reality, and we're picking up where we left off. Last episode, we had contacted the elves in Alfrohilheim, or whatever the hell you want to call it. I'm just going to call it Alf's Hose, okay? We contacted Alf's Hose through the special magical hoe portal, and we made some new stuff. Now, of course, my brain is completely melting, but I seem to recall it was something to do with coal over here. That's right. We made the transducer or transmogrifier or the conjuration catalyst. Yeah, that's it. That's it. This allows us to make coal basically from thin air. Now, some people have pointed out somebody apparently found a way to do the math on this all. Let me go ahead and pull up their name real quick. And he said basically from what he could find in his research that at worst case I break even. At best case I make a slight profit. Let me see if I can find his name real quick. I do try to give shout outs when I can. Let's see, what was his name? Grim187 Plays. He says, by my calculations, 2.5 stacks of coal would break even, not counting the creosote, so I think you're getting more than enough mana from the Endoflames. If you're still having problems with time drop, you can use a stick or any item and make a condition. If true, drop and move the stick to another chest. If false, move to the first chest. Okay, I guess that's some stuff along the lines with, Steve's Factory Manager, which we're going to get a little bit more into in the future. All right, so right now we're using Endoflames. Endoflames are nice. They beat the hell out of the little water plants, but they still suck balls. They're just not that quick. And I would like to move up to something that uses lava. Now, the problem with that is, number one, we can't produce lava. At least not yet. We're hopefully going to be able to produce lava within the next 2 videos or so. Number two, we can't move. I mean, we already struggle with just the Endoflames to move the mana. And with these little water plants over here, as you guys can see, we struggle with those as well. So we need to find a way to move mana quicker. Now, there's a couple different options, but there's the Gaia mana spreader, and then there's the Elven mana spreader. Now, I don't know what the difference between these two is. I would assume the Elven spreader is significantly better than this, and I would assume the Gaia spreader is even better than that. I believe to get access to the Gaia stuff, there is a ritual that unlocks with Aphromancy, and I know I'm screwing that name up. Don't hate me. There's a ritual that gets unlocked with Aphromancy, and I believe we can get into some of that stuff a little bit later. I'm not too concerned with that. I'd like to start moving back into the technological side of things now that we've kind of gotten to where we want to be with this. I do still want to get my Terra Shatter upgraded to at least A rank. I would like to hit S, and I think this is probably the best way to go about doing that. So what we're going to do is we need to trade some stuff with the elves. Specifically, we need to get some steel and some living wood from them so that we can make some of these new mana spreaders, which you guys can see here. So let's go ahead and activate this. And that's going to turn this on. You can see we're going to lose a little bit of mana. And by a little bit, I mean a significant chunk. And we're going to throw our steel ingots in. And hopefully get some stuff back soon. Oh shit, I just fucked myself. Yeah, that was dumb of me. I have to turn them into mana steel first. Oopsies. Yeah, that wasn't exactly bright of me. There we go. Is that 6? Yeah. Fuck. Cannot believe I did that. Oh well, is what it is. And they'll throw me some back. Perfect. Okay, now we have some 18 living wood, which we're going to need to... Wait, why did it only give me 1? Oh, god dang it, you have to give it 1 at a time? Are you fucking serious? I hate you, elves! Elves, you are horrible people! Oh, I'm going to have to figure out how to get to the Elven homeworld and destroy it now. These people have cost me mucho time. 1 at a time. Oh, man, sometimes I just want to hurt some of the people who invent some of these things. Ugh. So apparently you can only throw 1 at a time, which is fine. I wish I'd known that before. I'd wasted half of my steel, but it is what it is. We'll make some progress without it. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. All right, let's throw this in here. There we go, that's 12, and we'll just do it 1 at a time. So 1. You're going to throw it back. The hell's going on here? Oh, they did work. They were just out back. I guess. Yeah. All right. So maybe I don't hate the elves as much as I thought I did. Okay, there we go. I'm just going to stand up here. It's probably easier this way. Oh, that's right. It takes 2. That's right. 1, 2. 1, 2. Good God, man. All right. So my question is, will it work if I throw in a stack? So we're going to throw in... I'm going to throw in 4 and see if I get 4 back. Okay, so it does work with stacks. Okay. Well, I apologize to the mod author of Botania. I was about ready to call in a drone strike for my old buddy G-Dub, but I guess that's no longer required. So my apologies to the Botania author for the completely unnecessary hatred that I was directing in his area from my mental cavity. All right, so I believe we've gotten everything we needed. We've got plenty of elementium ingots now. I did lose 6 steel, but that's not a big deal. I'm not gonna cry over that too much. That's all we really need right now. We've got everything, so I'm gonna go ahead and break this so that we don't continue to waste mana. I know for some of you guys that are min-maxers, that probably makes your eyes twitch every time I recreate and break that portal, but it's really not that big a deal. All right, so now we need some magical plants. I think we're going to use the orange ones because that's the ones I saw. So I want to make 3 of these. So we'll go ahead and pull 3 of them out. Bring these over here, and hopefully I have enough mana in the pool to do that. There we go. All right, we'll scamper back over here real quick. And here we go. So boom, 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 boom. And then I believe it's like that and like that. And there we go. Elven mana spreaders. Perfect. Now, we shouldn't need more than 3. 3 should be plenty. It should be plenty. Now, I'm not going to touch this for right now. We're going to let it finish its stuff up because right now the endo flames are, as you got, well, actually, you know what? Screw it. We're going to put this one right here. And then I'm going to click you and click you. All right, that did not work. Damn it. I suck at this. You? Why are you doing that? Okay, Wand of the Forest, bind mode. There we go, that's why. Done. Okay. Hopefully, I can get some mana into him. Yeah. That's still putting mana directly into there, which is not what I want. Alright, we're going to break this one. There we go. And how are we doing over here? Alright, we're going to break it. I mean, I'm going to lose some mana, but I don't care at this point. Oh, I broke the endo flame. Oh, no. Alright, now are we all going into here? Yes. Perfect. There we go. Now the mana spread is cooking. Perfect. Alright, let's make sure all of these are going in to that little mana thing over there. They are not. Okay, so we're going to make another one right here. And binding mode, bam. And boom. Put that in there. How are we doing here? I don't think he's getting any mana, which is weird. Okay, these are draining now. There we go. How about you? Yep. Yep. It's weird, though, because I don't see where they're linked to. Usually you can see just by clicking. So it's kind of odd. I can see where this one's spitting out to, but he doesn't seem to be getting any mana. So I'm assuming it's all going into this guy, who's handling it like a boss. Look at that. Jesus. Okay. Well, let's put the other endo flame down real quick. Put him back there. I don't think he's going to keep working. I think I broke him. But that's fine. All right, so now we need to start working on lava production because we're going to want to work, or we're going to want to switch to thermal lilies right here. Thermal lilies basically are the equivalent of the water plants, except they eat lava and they work like exponentially better, like drastically better. So we want to get some of those rocking and rolling. So let's head downstairs and see if we can't find a way to produce some lava. Now, a couple of things that we need to do before we get into that. We need to, 1, figure out how to make lava, and then 2, we need to figure out how to power the thing that we're going to make lava with. So I think the best option is probably going to be a lava fabricator. Now, a lava fabricator right here runs at 200 RF per work. Now, I don't know how much work is required to actually produce lava, but I'm assuming it's a fairly decent amount. We are going to actually have to get a blaze rod. I don't know if I still have blaze rods. I think we went and burned all of our blaze rods trying to make the last thing that needed blaze rods. I know I went into the nether and ran around for a little while and had absolutely no luck, but we'll go back into the nether and see if we can't find some, assuming IC doesn't have some from his exploration. Him and Cyrus have been going into the Twilight Forest and other places to explore. So if I can find some blaze rods, I'm just going to use those. But we're just going to make one of these for now. One of these little guys right here should be enough to produce the lava that we need to do what we're wanting. Now, the problem is this runs, as you guys can see, on RF, 200 RF. We will be eventually producing, most likely, EU for the GregTech stuff. And I believe EU and RF no longer talk nicely together. I think the two mod authors kind of... I don't remember the details exactly. I just know that one author wanted to do one thing and another author wanted to do another thing, and one guy gave the other guy the middle finger, and then they kind of made up, and I don't know. There's a lot of drama in the mod community for just completely no reason. But that being said, we do need to come up with a way to make RF and make RF rather nicely. Now, we do have access to extra utilities. So we have all of the generators here. And the generator that I want to use is this one right here. Now, the problem with this is it is going to require some steel, which we just fucking burned all of our steel. I should have a little left cooking over here. We got 2 pieces and 3. Oh my god, we have just enough. We have just enough to make one of these. Outstanding. And the base one, oh, it requires a block of freaking steel. Oh, you're a whore. And compressed cobblestone. God dang, man. Why are you so angry? All right, so my question is, with this thing, okay, so I can just make the cobblestone compressed by myself. That's not bad. I do need to grab some iron, which hopefully I have. Does not look like we have any in stock at the moment, which is fine because we do have quite a bit of it over here. Let's see, this is actually iron ore from GregTech. We're just going to go ahead and finish doing this up, and then I'll go slam it over in there. All right, so I'm going to do a little bit of processing here. We're going to get some steel. We're going to get the blaze rods. I'm going to get the magma creams and all that stuff set up, and then we'll pick up once we're done with that. All right, so while we're waiting on the iron to finish its cooking process and be turned into steam, we're going to start building the components that are required to make this. Now, we do need a slag furnace, which is a little different than the normal furnace. It requires 2 furnace pieces and a bunch of cobblestone. I've already pulled most of the cobblestone out. We'll put one there, and boom, boom, like that. And then we'll add one more piece of cobble, and that's going to give us the slag furnace. So now we've got the slag furnace. We'll need some redstone, and then obviously we need the power generator. Now, I've got the 3 compressed cobblestone. We'll need a little bit more redstone, and I'm going to need 2 more iron ingots. I did put most of the iron in the blast furnaces. Let me come back over here real quick. We aren't going to need any more cobble, so I'll just double-click that, and there we go. Oh, wait, I will need 1 stack. I forgot. Yeah, make sure if you're going to get some cobble and you have a null on you that you wipe the null before you yank out like 12 stacks of freaking cobble, because otherwise you're just disappearing it, which, you know, kind of a pain in the ass when you actually need some. All right, so we're just going to pull 1 from each of these, and we'll let the other one cook. There we go. 1, 2, perfect. All right, and then we need 4 redstone, I believe. Now, I don't know if we actually have the redstone. Let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yes, we need 4 redstone. I know we've gone through some places. There we go. That's 3. That's 4. Boom. We'll grab this, bring this over here, and just spit it down into that. And then jump down here. Perfect. Now we've got the 4 redstone. All right. So we've already got 6 steel ingots, which is almost enough, but we do need inside here the block of steel. That's kind of the big pain in the butt. Is that a slag furnace too? That is a slag furnace. Okay. Well, gee golly whiskers. I screwed that one up. Thankfully, not really that big of a deal. It's kind of interesting that Greg Tack went through and touched these recipes and made them a little bit harder, but he didn't make them too much harder, which is kind of nice. So now we got the slag furnace here. We'll have the slag furnace there. And we're only waiting on the steel at this point. We do need enough for an actual block of steel, unfortunately, which is 9. I have 6 on me, and we should be getting close to the other 2 that we need. If I hadn't screwed up and thrown the rest of it into the Elven portal, then we'd already be set and done. So that is basically my fault, yeah. All right, well, we'll skip ahead while we wait on this to finally get done cooking. All right, folks, we, as is usually the case with Greg Tech, you come up with an idea, you decide you're going to do it, and then you realize, oh shit, I need this, and then, oh god, to make that I need this, and to make that I need this, and before you know it, you're like 14 machines deep to make what you need to make the one thing that you thought was going to be easy to make. And we're kind of in that situation. Either way, we're going to go ahead and try and finish one more. There we go. We're going to try and finish what we started here. The issue that we run into is a lava fabricator. To make it, we need plastic sheets. To get plastic sheets, we have to be able to do something with rubber. Well, rubber is not easy to mess with in this mod. You can't just, cook it like you can in most of the other variants. You have to make a mold, and then you have to extract it, and then you have to pump the stuff into the mold, and it's like, holy god, that's insane. It's all right though. I think I have it mostly figured out. Mostly. I'm gonna need to put this up here. My inventory is rather full now from all these little. Wait, is that refined iron block? Why is that a iron block? Oh god dang it! I thought I put steel in there. Okay, that shouldn't matter. I hope it doesn't matter. We'll find out here in a minute. Either way, we're going to go ahead and make the extractor real quick. To make the extractor, we need bronze plates like this, and then a wrench and that, correct? Which one is it we're fixing to make? Those are small bronze fluid pipes. He wants small bronze fluid pipes. Okay, boom, there's our 6. And then from there, we want this. So we're gonna put you here, you here. The reason I'm using a sticky one is a sticky piston is I had one made, and I honestly didn't want to have to make another. It was literally laziness, guys. Literally laziness. All right, so now that we have our steam extractor set up, this should work. Now, let me show you what we're doing here, and I'm gonna get some distance from that so that you guys aren't driven completely crazy while we're looking at this. Okay, so at the lava fabricator here, you can see we can use either plastic sheets or plastic sheets, either one. We're gonna look at the Greg Tech variant because both of them are fairly similar. All right, you can see right here we've got a mold plate in a fluid solidifier. We don't have a fluid solidifier. Now we do have an alloy smelter, and I'm assuming all alloy smelters will work with this. I'm hoping. So anyways, you can see here that we have a mold and a plastic bar. Well, how do you make a mold? How do you make a plastic bar? Well, let's look at the plastic bar first. Now, a plastic bar can be made by smelting raw plastic, which you can get from smelting rubber bars, which you can get from smelting rubber pulp. I think there's another way to get it. Hang on. Let me see if I can find the other option. Where is it? Damn it to hell. Yeah, these are all... Okay, let's look at the other variant then. Because I didn't want to do the rubber pulp version. Okay, so we got the plastic bars there. There we go. Plastic pulp, which I'm hoping we can get from... Either way, there is a way to get there, damn it. And I had it figured out, and I think I may have screwed up once again. Holy shit, there's 148 different ways. Good God, man. Good God. All right, so there's the rubber pulp option here. Rubber pulp can then be turned into rubber bars, which can then be turned into plastic, which can then be turned into... Where is it? Plastic bars, which can then be used... which should then be put into an alloy smelter probably somewhere in here. Either way, I believe these plastic bars can be used to make what we're wanting to make, I believe. Yes, plastic bar right here. So we put that in the alloy smelter. You make the molded plate by making an empty shape, which is just steel plates with a file and a hammer. And then you hit that with a, where is it? Yeah, you hit that with a hammer on top, and that makes the molded plate. So we've got the molded plate here. Wow. So as you can see, that's a lot of recipes just to make that. So we had to make the extractor here, which is now making the rubber pulp for us, which is awesome. We will then take the rubber pulp and we will smelt it, which I can show you guys right here real quick. Let's pull that out, put you in. That is going to be rather loud, yeah. Put you there. There we go. And I need to wait till that last one cycles. There it goes. We're also making copper so that we can make bronze, which is one of the reasons we needed all this other stuff, is so that we can make some of the bronze machineries. There we go. Takes a minute sometimes for that to function. All right, so now we've got the rubber bars. And with the rubber bars, you guys can see, we can smelt those to make plastic, which we then turn into, oh God, yes, which we then turn into plastic bars. It's kind of ridiculous that you have to turn a rubber bar into a plastic bar. It's kind of crazy. It's actually, it's a little bit more than crazy. But you can see the steps there. That's what we're going to be doing to make this little guy here. But let's go back to the heated furnace, which is what we were working on to begin with. We'll come up here to get some distance from those guys since they're making some noise. Alrighty, so let's go look at the generator. All right, so we need the first one right here. Thankfully, the refined iron block does work. We now have the furnace generator. I put that in there, and we wanted the heated high temperature furnace generator. I believe I still have enough steel. Yes, we should. I believe I have everything. Yes. All right. So after all of that, we have the high temperature generator, which I'm going to actually take upstairs with us. Up here. And we are going to be setting this whole rig up right here, because obviously we're going to be replacing our, well, no, yeah, we're going to definitely be replacing our endo flames, because we won't need them anymore. I'm going to set this right here. And I'm curious as to how much this little guy is going to produce with one piece of coal coke block in it, if it will even take a coal coke block. So we're going to find out. It should be around 400 a tick or higher. Yeah, 400 a tick. That's not too bad. Granted, it doesn't last long, which isn't good. But, you know, that's about all we need to make 100,000 RF, which, considering the other thing only needs 200 RF per work. I don't know how much work is going to be required to make what it needs, but hopefully it's not too much. Maybe it's, well, I honestly don't know. I won't know until I build it, and we'll have to take a look at that. All right, back downstairs. We need to make one little piece of rubber before we conclude. All right, so there's our rubber bars. Damn, that's loud. That's going to make plastic, I think. We'll see. I think this makes plastic, which we then smelt again into... Oh shit, it's making plastic pulp. Well, that was unexpected. No, that's right. Okay. So that's going to make plastic pulp, which we should only need one of to test. Well, no, we need three of. I'll give it just another second, and we'll run it upstairs. So the question is, can I put this in an alloy smelter? It does look like that's working. So the question is, will it completely do it? And I'm a little worried because the GUI shows a different smelter. So now it just says alloy smelter. It doesn't say X alloy smelter. Not only that, but in the description, it's kind of vague on what's needed. So I just hope this works. Because if this works, it won't be too hard, and we can make some plastic things, and then we can start getting into MFR, which will be nice as well. So I believe if we press U on this, we can see. Where is it? Nuts, pulverizer, fluid extractor, packager, alloy smelter. Right there. That's what we need right there. is plastic sheets. And you can see it just says alloy smelter, but this is clearly the GUI for one of the more advanced ones. So we do need 2 of these per sheet. Cross your fingers, folks. Awesome! Oh, thank God. Look at how fast that was, too. That's pretty nice. All right. So with this, we will now be able to make our lava fabricator. Now, I need to get in touch with Icy to get some of these. Oh my God, are you fucking shitting me? Okay, that's not so bad. That's not so bad. Okay. Okay. So we need aluminum plates, which are done from aluminum. That's easy. And then we need steel rods, which I can get with my file. Those are easy. And then we need an LV machine hull, which is just LV machine casing, which is easy. Yes, that's easy. All right. And then the final piece, I think it's these. Rubber sheets, 10 wires. Okay, that's not a problem. So there's going to be a lot of little mini steps that are involved in this, like a lot. You know, we're going to break this down and break that down and blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, we will be able to make it. So I need to get a hold of Icy, see if he's got the stuff hidden away, so I don't have to go back into the nether and die exclusively. In the next video, I will probably have the lava extractor finished before we start it. And then we're going to see if we can produce enough. And then basically the end goal here, eventually, assuming this all works, is what we will do is we will use the lava fabricator right here to produce lava for the thermo lilies or whatever, which will produce mana, which we will then use to make coal, which we will use to power we'll take the coal and we'll bring it back down here. We'll turn it into coal coke, which we will then use the creosote to fire up our boilers and make rails. And then we'll take the coal coke back upstairs and put it into that machine to make RF. So the question will then be, is coal coke enough to keep the RF going, to make enough mana to make more coal coke, et cetera, et cetera. That'll be our cycle. And then we will use Railcraft, hopefully, to automate all of these and all of those. And so basically we'll have a cart that will run up here on top. And I'll have to kick this up a little bit, but basically it'll run all the way around this little track here, and it will more or less yank the coal coke out, put charcoal in, or not charcoal, coal in. Then it's going to go upstairs and it will put coal coke in the heated furnace. And then the heated furnace will will make RF, which will then spit lava out, which will then feed into a floodgate, which will then dump lava onto the the thermo lilies, which will then produce mana. And then I'll have a Steve's factory manager thing over here, dropping coal into this and then duplicating it basically. And then we will hopefully be able to just mass produce coal. The question here, and this is the tricky part, is automating this aspect. And the reason I say that is I can't just have something suck everything that drops, because the coal has to hit this, then produce into 2, and then be taken. And then when it's taken, one's got to go back into the system and drop down, and the other has to pick it up. So basically, for every coal that we drop in here, I need 1 to stay here and 1 to go down, if that makes sense. Because we have to have at least 1 coal in the system at all times. So this is going to be the tricky part. I may be able to do it with the factory manager. I've got to mess around with some of the more advanced features. I'm going to have to mess around with vacuum hoppers and see if I can be careful with that. I may be able to, with redstone signals and Steve's factory manager, turn the hopper on and off. And if that's the case, then we can basically drop a stack down into the pool, duplicate the stack, activate the hopper sucks. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. This is going to be ridiculously overcomplicated for shits and giggles. And yes, I know there are simpler ways of doing this, but this is fun. So I'm going to enjoy myself and get crazy. So anyways, guys, that's going to wrap this episode up. Hopefully you guys like it. If you did, please slap the like button. Make sure you subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next clip.